So I'm staying at some friend's place of mine and just thought I'd have a go at trying to make a leather tender pouch. So I had a little bit of a look around the house, found a few bits and pieces, so if I can put this thing together, anybody can. Let's have a go at trying to make one of these leather tender pouches. So first of all, we found a little bit of leather. This has come off a old shoe. Another thing that you're going to need, and they had, was a leather hole punch. You will definitely need some pretty good scissors. We're going to need a tape measure. Well, I found some old rope, probably not ideal, but it's going to do until I can actually find some leather twine. We definitely need a black marker pen. Used an old lid for the internal circle and also for the external circle. So basically I just marked around until I got a nice circle to the outer edges of that 23. And then I marked another one around the inside, which is approximately 1 inch from the outside circle, marked on the internal diameter, approximately 1 inch apart around that line where I'm going to hole punch. Initially I'm going to use this string. Just checking to see which is the best diameter hole, and it's that one there. And so for each of these marks, which are 1 inch apart, I am just going to punch those first. So I'm just going to cut this, preferably on the very outside diameter, to try to get the most amount of leather that I can. As I say, this is my very first attempt, and kind of sadly you only ever get one. What do you think, Eppie? Hey, what do you think? Come here, come here. So seriously, if I can make this work, anybody can. Have this nice piece of boot leather. I've got all the holes now punched. Eppie's just going to loan me this piece of string that she's sitting on. Hey, darling. And I want to come out with my toggle approximately where this buckle is, where these two holes are very close together, so that's where I'm going to thread in initially. So I'm using a little bit of Granger's G-Wax. So this is used for waterproofing your boots. You might want to use some lard, animal fat, goose fat. As I said, I used 2 ivory keyboard of an old piano that got pulled apart, glued those two together with a bit of epoxy, drilled a hole through it, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to thread it through here. So this is kind of got all frayed, I'm afraid. Oh dear, here's a dad joke for you, Eppie, if I've ever heard one. Oh, it actually seems to be working actually. So it is actually possible to open this right out in some cases, so I'll just do that again. I probably should have cut that right at the start, shouldn't I? Okay, so my rope, really, to be fair, doesn't really need to be much longer than about there. So I'm just going to tie a knot in this now. There you go, and that's actually pretty much it. So the total diameter was 23 centimeters, so inches, that's 11. I think the cord is approximately 800 mil long. Something else you could do with this, and this is another reason that it's good to waterproof it. You found a nice log, or you might have even cut this, and this is all damp, so this is now waterproof. You could actually just about pull that down onto there. In this case, this log's a little bit, probably a little bit too big in diameter, but you get the idea. And then of course, if I don't have any of my hiking gear with me, it's a 5-hour drive away. But leather's a really good product just to be able to strop your knives with. Although I've always got a belt, a leather belt. Yeah, so you could use it for that, or you could, I don't know, have this as a working platform for something. But in our case, we're just going to use this as a leather pouch. And there it is, my first tinderbox. There's a buckle on the outside. I might cut that off. Yeah, ideally I think this probably should be a little bit bigger, but that's only because I was only working with what I've got. And of course it just opens up to a nice little pouch. How cool is that? Thank you again so much for watching. Click like, and look, if you're new to this channel and you haven't done so already, I would really appreciate if you could also hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you a lot more in the new year of 2020 in the amazing country of New Zealand. Thank you.